Hi, Libras. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a nice day. Looks like you may be removing something that maybe you've been connected to and it's not feeling so good anymore. Mm. You kind of think that this person wants to come back to you. Actually, I don't think you want to review this chapter. Yeah, because you suffered through this. You're just getting over you're just healing up from some connection that wasn't good for you, wasn't panning out. And you're looking forward to new love. In fact, I think you have another option. I think someone may be coming in to replace the void, possibly, that you have in your heart. Mm-hmm. A passionate new beginning is coming for you. So whatever you've been suffering through here with this tower, it's in reverse. I think you're healing. And you're healing. It might mean right after you get through healing, this is going to happen. Somebody new, somebody fresh. You may already have this connection with this person. Yeah, the past person, there's somebody in your past energy that you were connected with, wasn't working out. You might have felt they were toxic or actually bringing you down in some aspect. They're a bit angry with you. Yeah, you know what? You got a lot of people interested in you. You don't, maybe not a lot, but you have quite a few people, it looks like here, that are interested in you. So yeah, I would, if you're healing, I'd just keep healing, finish up. Because it looks like you've got some exciting adventures coming up. Yeah, somebody wants to flirt with you. Mm-hmm. Okay, somebody's trying to get something started with you. Maybe you're already started up with somebody here. You might possibly want to flirt yourself. Yeah, this is somebody that you've met somewhere before. Maybe at some occasion or whatever, where maybe there was a group of people, whatever, and maybe they didn't pick up the vibe, or you didn't pick up the vibe from this person, but they're wondering if they're going to run into you again. You may, go to the same places occasionally or something like that, and they're just wondering if they're going to see you again. They want to. They want to flirt with you. Or maybe you did flirt with this person. You did flirt with each other at one point, or one of you flirted. But nevertheless, they want that experience again. But romance is very important to you. So whoever's been bothering you, whoever you're trying to break away from that you feel would like to come back, but they caused you pain, they weren't giving you what you needed. You needed romance. They weren't. It didn't seem like they were that romantic to you. Romance is important to you, Libra, whether you believe it or not. You're from the sign of Venus, and that's the planet of love. I don't think you can hardly escape being romantic. Okay. Yeah. This past person that you were attached to him. You thought something good was going to come of it. Their intuition was telling them all the time that they should give more, they should treat you better. But they just didn't listen. They must have been, up in their ego. Maybe you were feeding their ego in some aspect. Yeah. And Spirit wants you to know that, this past person, they're not going to change. They're not. If you're thinking about taking them back or a new beginning with them, maybe that's what the card's telling me here, that This new beginning is going to be with them, but the Spirit's saying they're not going to change. They're set in their ways right now. Well, they might change someday, but not right now. This new person's very sensitive. So you want to watch out, how you come off around them. You don't want to turn them off or accidentally hurt their feelings or whatever. Not in the new stages. You want to be, a gentleman or a real lady, just if you're interested in this person. Yeah, someone you've been dealing with. You've got two people here. One is fresh and new. You may not even know yet. And the other one is from your past. And they don't even know who they are. They're having an identity crisis. They're trying to figure themselves out. I don't see how they hurt you here or yet or whatever, but you were chained to them in some aspect, and it was, emotionally chained to them, and you realized that, and you understood that you needed to break away, whether it hurt you or not. And it looks like it did hurt you, but not as great as it could have. This is like, like you're used to it. Like this isn't your first rodeo. You've been hurt before, and you've toughened up to it. So this past person, I think you just dealt with them pretty quickly. You gained emotions for them. They weren't reciprocating. And so like you've done this before. In fact, you might be, you're toughening up to it, but you want to, if this new person coming in, you're going to have to, if you got a chip on your shoulder against men, or now you hate women or whatever, if you copping an attitude, you got to get rid of that. That's not going to work. You got to heal. You got to be fresh when this person comes in, the new person. Yeah, let them go. They just, I think you're just letting them go. I don't think you really wanted to let this person go because you had feelings for him, but you are. You feel it's the best thing for you. In fact, if they like you, they can come back and apologize or whatever they need to do, and you might, accept them back. I don't see how they've hurt you here, except for they just weren't forthcoming with their emotions or their feelings so far. You might have thought that they were like wasting your time, up to something. You didn't know exactly where this person was coming from because they weren't, like I say, they weren't forthcoming with much information about themselves or their feelings or anything else. You just worked it up in your mind that this was a great thing and they're nice, whatever feelings you were having about this person. I think you still feel that way, only they just won't change. And you're mirroring somebody here. You may be mirroring this past person. Now, I'm not going to call them a past person because they're still in your energy, but you might be mirroring. You might be going through something similar as what you're going through. I mean, they're hurt by the breakup. Their emotions are connected to yours. This is this looks more like, instead of a big fight or something, this looks like miscommunications or, just not a fight, but a misunderstanding, possibly. And you're both just, ghosting each other. You both have feelings for each other. But you feel that you have to let them go because you're wasting your time. You can't wait forever. Yeah, you've learned your lesson. You're ready to progress. You're ready to carry on. Like I say, doesn't look like this is your first rodeo. You've been hurt before and you've toughened up to it. Okay, I see the red flags. I'm not being reciprocated. I've been through this before. I'm out of here. Just before you get too hurt. It's like you were hurt, but not to the degree that you've been hurt before in the past. You know, since this person doesn't really know themselves, they don't know, they're searching right now. They're on some sort of a quest to discover themselves. And they feel that at this time, even though they have these feelings for you and everything, they don't have much to offer. They don't have, they might have plenty of money and material things, but they mean of themselves because they don't know themselves. They're rather confused and they're searching and they just want to venture out and explore the world, it looks like. And that's why they don't have much to offer you. They know what you need. They know you want love. They know you want commitment. But they can't, they just don't think they can offer that right now because they're on this other journey, some sort, soul searching journey, or trying to discover themselves or whatever. This person might have got themselves at some time trapped into some sort of relationship that they couldn't get out of. They weren't sure about the relationship to start out with, but then it just evolved and evolved, and they just got kind of trapped in it, felt trapped in the relationship, and now they're worried that, that they've taken it too far. And that's with you. Yeah. They feel trapped in this ascending by their feelings. They can't work them out. Since they don't know themselves and they're in a weird space right now, it seems like, of discovery or whatever, they feel like this relationship is ascending quicker than they can get a grasp on it, and they're worried about that. They have I think this person is like an overthinker, somebody who just is in their head a lot. I don't know if that's good for them or not, but now they're worried that, they're going to take it too far with you and their feelings, emotions are going to get too strong. And then they won't know what to do. Right now they don't know what to do anyway. They're just, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe we'll find out. And I feel like there's somebody or something that you feel morally obligated towards. That could be a lot of things. That could be a sick person, some kids, some promise you made to somebody at some point. You got to follow through with it. It's kind of a moral obligation. You feel you owe it to them. Now, these readings aren't for everybody. So if you get this message, then you know who I'm talking about. Some of you will know who I'm talking about here. Morally obligated, you feel. And I think you'd like to take this person back that you had a misunderstanding with, or you just weren't on the same page, because they wouldn't. But because they're not ready for you. Let's just put it that way. They're working on themselves. They're loving themselves. They want to pay attention to themselves. I don't know. This person could have kind of an ego, kind of some pride, too. But I think they're truthful, and they're sticking to their guns here about themselves. But your self-respect, your own pride, your ego, it won't let them come back. Your self-respect won't allow it to happen. Not at this point, anyway. Now I said you got an Ace of Wands up here, okay? And that usually, to me, that's the new person. But since the cards aren't really talking about the new person very much, some of you may have another go with with this first person. I don't know if that's going to be good for you or not. Like I say, this person, they're not changing. You're just going to have to accept them the way they are and hang on and wait for them if that's what you want to do. I wouldn't wait for anybody. Time doesn't wait. Time in Libra waits for nobody. Yeah, it was a little painful to you when you guys cut off communication. You may have been the last one to speak, like if you were texting or something, and they didn't reply. So no way you were going to go back there and act like you were needy. So you just let it happen, and you're healing from it, and you got a new beginning. Got a new beginning. I don't know if it's with the past person or if it's going to be with the new person. You decide. Some of you are treating yourselves. You might have to come in. You might have come into a little extra cash, or you're just feeling great, but you're maybe treating yourself to some kind of maybe elaborate gift of a new car, or you're going on a cruise, or you're doing something that's going to make you feel good, and you're excited about it. I don't know. There could be many numbers of things that you could treat yourself to elaborately. Go to a spa. Get all dolled up or whatever. Yeah, with this person, I think you felt like you needed to get away anyway. You felt it coming. So when you might have said something that kind of put them off a little bit or something, and then they didn't want to write back to you. And you felt that was for your own benefit because it was like an escape hatch. And you just said, well, if that's how it's going to be, I better escape now before I get too hurt or I waste more time. So you just ghosted them, and they ghosted you. You've got a lucky star shining over you. You've got some big luck coming up. I'm not certain what it is yet, but maybe we'll find out. What's this luck about? What is this luck about? Wow. Oh, God. Your luck is going to be that you're going to find the perfect partner. I mean, and I think they're watching you right now. Now, here we go. Either this person in your energy that you felt you've been tied to, connected to, it wasn't going well for you. This could be your perfect partner. This doesn't make any sense to me because they won't change. You're just going to have to accept. Maybe they're really a good person. They're just a little confused, and maybe it won't take them forever to change. Maybe they're just going through a lot of mental confusion, and they're trying to sort things out. Or, on the other hand, for those of you who have a new person coming in, this could be your perfect partner too. Somebody that you can build with, get along with, create a heritage, just, and they're watching you. I think they realize this. I think they're putting two and two together. But they're a little leery. They don't know if they can trust themselves. They're, like I say, they don't know what's going on in their emotions. This person maybe never planned to ever have anything going on with you. And they might have pushed you away, pushed your energy away, but they're still nice and they're still friendly with you, but they really made you feel like they didn't want to be with you, or they just wouldn't admit it, or whatever. But you're going to get lucky, or you got lucky, because they just don't trust you. They don't feel like they in a way, are good enough for you because they can't give you what you need. Not right now. And they feel like they've been selfish and just been concerned about themselves, and maybe they should have given you a little bit more. But then here comes the confusion again. I can't give Libra anymore. I don't want to lead him along. I don't want to make him think that I'm going to commit and give him all this false hope. If I find something else in my life that's more important to me or whatever. I don't particularly think this person's shopping for another lover, but I think they just want to get out. You know, what I'm getting here, and let me draw a few more cards to see if I'm on the right track, is this person hasn't been out in the dating field for a while, and they're nervous about it. They're confused. You came into their life, they didn't want to date, they didn't want to give their affection to anybody because they're focused basically on themselves and learning who they are, figuring themselves out. They didn't think they had time or energy, or they didn't want to get involved in that kind of a messy thing right now. They just want to be free and all that. But I don't think they've been in the dating field. I think this is part of their excuse. It's just that they're nervous. They're nervous about getting out there. They're not hip to it. They don't know what's going to happen. They've been involved probably with someone for a long time, or just been to themselves for a long time. It's kind of strange here. Let's see here. You know, yeah, they're confused. They have options. They do have options, but they're not looking at it. Like I said, they're not looking at any other options. They're not really looking for any romantic connections or anything right now. They're wondering what they're investing into. This person might have a business, or something that's growing, or they want to make grow, and they're invested into that, and they're digging that right now. That's making them happy, or and they think that investment's going to pay off, and they don't want any scrub. See, that's the deal. That's the deal. That's what I'm saying. This person doesn't want any weird energy in their life. They don't want to deal with it. This person is driven in some other direction. They don't want to deal with the headache, the heartache, the emotions, the passions, getting away with them. They just don't want that. And I think they felt that coming up. And one of the reasons that they're not writing you back is they don't want to deal with you. They don't want to deal with that kind of, they think you're going to fight, you're going to squabble, you're going to chew their ass out or something. And they don't want it. They didn't want that in the beginning. They don't want it now. So it's almost as if you have no choice but to walk away, or just hang in there playing the sap, somebody who's just waiting and while they're doing their own thing. Well, it's beginning to look more and more like you do want a new lover. I think you want to go for this Ace of Wands up here, but you also are debating. Okay, I'm going to put it this way. This person in your energy that you've been dealing with, they're going to make you wait. They're going to put you off. And then there's no guarantee coming back around from this reading if it's going to remain a connection or not. You don't know. It's all up in the air. I'm still looking at this Lover's card here. It's underneath the Ace of Wands, but the cards that came up with it, there's a lot of insecurity around this. Whether it's the new person coming in or this past person, and they're just very doubtful. It's a doubtful situation. I mean, it could happen if all this bullshit wasn't in the way. All their bullshit. I think you're ready to go. That's why you're going to leave them and leave the door open for somebody new. That's what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, this person's had their heart broken before. Yeah, and it took them a long time to heal up because it was really critical. Whatever happened to this person, it was critical. Mm-hmm. And they're still carrying that in their heart. They're healing, and that's part of this self journey here. They're trying to heal. They're trying to, yeah. They're trying to heal. They can't really give their love or anybody. They're afraid to. They've got all these hang-ups, all this stuff going on. Yeah, this person is a mess. I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean this person they got issues. They've been critically hurt, and you know what? They're not completely healed from it. Now that's why they're looking at themselves. They're trying to change their attitude about themselves, about love, about life. They're trying to come back to life. But it looks like they're trying to do it by seeking, their pleasures or their happiness externally. They're not fully working on themselves. They're working on themselves, but it doesn't look like they're working on themselves in the right way, the right direction. It's like they're trying to fill their life up with money or real estate or people or adventures or just all this external stuff. And of course, you can't escape your own hide. I mean, you can run, you can buy things, you can do whatever you want, but you're still you. And I think that's what this person's starting to figure out. This is commendable if they're really trying to figure it out and work on it, but that doesn't mean you have to hang around and go through all this with them, especially if, like I say, this isn't your first rodeo and you just want to keep moving on. There's more in your future. That's definitely more in your future. More good stuff. Yeah, you're right in the middle, I think, of making a big decision about something. Yeah, you're going for your happiness, for your son. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh, this is so contradictory. This is a rough reading today, but it's fun. It's interesting. Now, you're making a big decision. I'm thinking that your love or your feelings or whatever it is you have for this person, you do see a brighter day. Now, you've walked away before and felt maybe you've lost out on love, or you've been separated from people before. It's like you're thinking now, you're wondering what it would be like if you stayed with this person. You're wondering, will I really miss out on something that could have been maybe the best connection in my whole life? Maybe I better think about coming back. Maybe this person could really make me happy. You're having all these thoughts. And you're making a big decision about it. And OMG, it looks like some of you are coming back. You want this person back. They're damaged. They got a broken heart. And you have a big heart. Now, others might not. Others might just say, hey, this person put me, through a little bit of pain here. I'm just going to carry on and get a new one. And if that's the case, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a brand new beginning with somebody. So it's kind of a win-win for you. This person here, you know, it might have been just a whirlwind. You might just have met them at a party, never, got uh, intimate with them or anything, but you just had this vibe, and somehow you got together and it started working for you, but for them, not so much. My goodness. My goodness. Boy, let's see here. Yeah, this person's been in this energy for a long time. That's what I was thinking. They might have been trapped in a marriage that they didn't like. They might have been abused. They just want freedom. They just want to really get to know themselves now. They might have give and had no time for themselves. And they see you. Your life is easy compared to them, which may not be the case at all. Yeah, they dream of you. They think of you. They fantasize, but right now they feel it's impossible for them to be with you right now. Okay. Well, batteries are running out of my clock, it looks like. So, or my camera. So we're going to leave it here. We're going to venture forth. Maybe we can find out some more about this new person, what's happening with this other person in your energy. It's getting all the reading about them today. But anyway, okay. Thanks for stopping by. Peace and love to you.